Specials. You'll be taking over the Monday night show tomorrow. These are real Andrew Lessman.
No, this is not a
not stunt employees.
Not a studio set. and we started doing these live remotes. Gosh, I think we started doing them probably about 15 or 16 years ago.
About right.
And so those of you who've seen Lincoln grow up.
Wow.
You've seen him go from a little puppy to he's almost 11 years old now.
And
still acting like a little puppy.
True.
But so it's something we've done all these years. And there's Link. Come here, buddy.
Oh,
and he heard me mention his name.
I know.
He doesn't miss much.
Heard his master's voice.
Can you sit? Can I have a high five? Can I have another high five?
Good.
He's a great puppy.
So good.
You're the best.
Oh,
but
man.
it's something that we did this kind of as an afterthought. We actually did it out on the floor. We had to take down the whole factory, and we had to clean up afterwards and stuff, so it was crazy. That's why we built this studio, which is isolated from the factory, separate air supply and all of those things. But the response was so beyond our expectations that it meant such a difference to everyone out there to really be able to see the factory. And tomorrow I'm going to do an extended tour during the Monday night show. We'll do probably a 15-minute tour of the factory.
Good.
But I wish often that I could see where the products I use are manufactured, both because I would find it fascinating, because I find the technology and the equipment interesting, but it also gives an even greater level of trust. And when it comes to supplements, we should have the highest level of trust. We would hope that the company that makes those products for us would feel comfortable and secure inviting us into their environment. And that's exactly what we do here. In fact, the first product we're talking about, the Phosphatidyl Choline, the PC liver and brain, that's a soft gel. That's a liquid that goes into a soft gel and capsule.
Right.
That's made directly upstairs. As I point up here, it's on the second floor, right over there, it's manufactured. Everything comes from here. What many companies talk about is they're proud if some or most of their products are made in America. Everything's not just made in America. It's right here. It's these four walls. So you get an opportunity. That's a view of the facility. And actually, that's the new building we built next door that has additional solar panels on it, as you can see. It's initially just functioning as a warehouse because we do all of the production here. So that's just a big box that basically our packaging and things move into there, and then it gets staged before it comes over here. But it's something we try to do everything as efficiently as possible, because the more efficiently we do it, the more we get to do things like this Phosphatidyl Choline. The product is $59.90 today. It was more expensive when I made this over 30 years ago. So the product has gone down in cost, which several of my products, we'll talk about CoQ10, which is 90% less expensive. 90% less expensive than it was, say, approximately 30 or so years ago. So to the extent we continue to be able to manufacture things efficiently, that's the savings you get to experience. You end up, whatever your budget might be, you just end up getting more benefit in terms of your dietary supplements, investing less. And when it comes to your liver, you could try both of these products. We'll talk about liver antioxidant extracts if you want both of them. But the simple and affordable PC liver and brain, about 10 cents a capsule. You take one or two a day. That 10 cents, 20 cents a day, depending if you take one or two, that's an incredible investment in the hardest working organ in your body that unfortunately we have absolutely no connection to. All the other organs of our body, all the, the working systems, our eyes, our brain, our heart, our lungs, when we use them and work them, we're aware of it. If we overwork them, we're aware of it. We overwork our liver all the time. We take medicines, the food we eat, especially this time, gets richer. Our liver is constantly monitoring the internal environment, the blood supply that goes through our heart and lungs all the time for their job. That blood supply is also going through entirely through our liver. I think something like every hour, our liver is processing all the blood in our body a half a dozen times. So that liver is constantly monitoring and doing complex chemical work. Every medication we take, the reason why those medications don't ultimately, say, build up and poison us is because of the work that our liver is doing. So this time of year, I always say we give thanks to a lot of people and a lot of things and for a lot of things. No better time to give thanks to our liver, because there's no time it works harder for us than this time of year. So for as little as 10 cents a day, depending on the size you choose, with the PC liver and brain, if you choose to get the bundle of the large, it still remains about 10 cents per capsule, because you end up with both products, you're getting 720 capsules for $89.90, which is about 12 cents a capsule.
About 12 cents a capsule. I'll just do this real quickly. So basically, you choose, do you want the PC capsules separately, huge savings, of course, in the 120, 240, or the 480? Do you want the liver antioxidants, that detox product, in the 60, the 120, or the 240? Again, huge savings. But I can tell you what most of us are doing, because this is your dynamic duo. It's like your Batman and Robin. It's your 1-2 punch as we get into the new year, and our liver is facing more challenges. Hi there, Link. Hi, baby. Is that your tie? Do you have a tie like that?
Linky, I like your tie a lot. I didn't put the tie on him. Oh. He just wants to go home. His favorite thing to do, and we haven't done it.
Are we done yet?
If you want to see Lincoln go crazy, Linky, do you want to go swimming?
Oh, no.
It's his favorite thing to do with the house. Do you want to go swimming? But that's his favorite thing. We'll go swimming. We go home.
He's like, okay, you're
now
teasing.
Let's go home.
Okay, it's okay. Ready to go.
He's great. But and these products as well. A lot of folks say if their dog, they know they have to watch the dog's liver function as the dog gets older.
True.
The Phosphatidyl choline. It is a wonderful, wonderful ingredient. It's innocuous. It's a great ingredient that you could simply, you take a knife or something or a pin, you just poke that soft gel capsule, squeeze it into their food. Perfect product to be given. The liver antioxidant extracts, speak to their veterinarian. Milk thistle, turmeric, the artichoke extract shouldn't be a problem at all. But again, it's just, and in the future, as I said, there's a new machine I'll be explaining. I explained earlier today. We'll be finally, after listening to your requests for 30 years, just takes me a little while, we'll be making pet supplements. We'll come out with 1 or 2 or 3, just a handful.
Nice.
So all it will be is like a little sugar packet. You open it up, no additives, nothing. As long as I make pure products for humans, I'm not going to make unpure products for puppies. And most of the products you see for dogs or cats, they contain all sorts of additives. That's just not the way we do things. Most of us will say that our favorite people on the planet aren't people at all. They're our furry friends. So I'll make sure that we make products that are worthy of the love we give to our furry friends, and they give us.
Absolutely. Say, just real quickly, remember PC separately, liver antioxidants separately, or what most of us are doing is the bundle. Quite frankly, I really recommend that because you're really going to give thanks for this. So that means you'd get 120 of the caps and then 60 of the liver antioxidants.
They're both caps. They're both capsules. You get 120 capsules of the PC liver and brain, and 60 capsules of the liver antioxidant extracts, 240 of the PC liver and brain, 120 of the liver antioxidant extracts, 480 and 240. So you're getting 720, 360, or 180. So when you do the math, even in the try-me size, as I like to call it, it's only about 20 cents a capsule. So you're basically saving 50% off of normal pricing for this today's special. Awesome. And that's basically because of the volume of the raw materials, the volume of the encapsulation that we're doing for an event like this. And we're abbreviating these as well because these ran out also sooner than we had anticipated. But we have other interesting things that we'll get to talk about. We have our Essential 1 in a moment. We have CoQ10. So we have some great things. We even have Muriel in her healthy cookbook, so you'll have them in hand to start the new year. But when it comes to PC liver and brain, just to give a little bit of a background on what it does and what it is, phosphatidylcholine is a phospholipid, and that phospholipid is the principal lipid, the principal phospholipid in our liver. So our liver, the working surface area of our liver is basically membranes. It's basically cell membranes that are basically lipid-based, phosphatidylcholine being the principal phospholipid. And in our liver, about 2/3 of that membrane surface area is phosphatidylcholine. And you might say, big deal, there's a little bit of lipid area, membrane area there. But no, it is a big deal, actually, because our liver, it's the largest internal organ, but it might be about the size of a football. But if you looked at that working, sort of a work surface, like in our house we might have a work surface, this is our work surface here. The working surface area of our liver that does all that work is about 8 football fields. And of those 8 football fields, 5 of them, next time you watch a football game, try to imagine that, 5 of them are phosphatidylcholine. That's what's all elegantly folded up into the space of our liver. But when you think about it, it needs to be that expensive. It's basically a complex filtration system that is constantly, from the day we're born to the day we leave, filtering all the blood in our body constantly. And it both monitors our blood for the levels of things that we want and need, certain materials in our body that our body wants and needs, but also monitors our blood for foreign materials and foreign substances like alcohol or medications we take, preventing those from being problematic, from being toxic to us. So the liver does the dirtiest, ugliest work in our body, and it's no wonder that it also has this unique capacity to regenerate its tissue. Our other systems and organs can repair themselves, often less than perfectly, but our liver has this incredible ability to regenerate its tissue. Phosphatidylcholine, being the critical molecule in terms of the working membrane surface area in the liver, is the most important raw material in terms of that regenerative process. In terms of supporting the chemistry of detoxification in our liver, promoting that process, that's the liver antioxidant extracts. They go hand in hand. I take them every day. If you just want to take them for a couple of months a year and do a little liver cleanse, especially this time of year when we tend to do the most, we tend to contribute the most to the burden of our liver, then this is the perfect time to do so.
Actually, Andrew, that answers a question for me. And by the way, if you read the reviews, 4.6 star customer pick rating. I know you see that clock on your screen already, but again, you've all heard me say I kind of take accountability for this for many years. This was the Shannon Smith host pick product. In the last year, I've had to manage, rheumatoid arthritis pain. It's not a cure or treatment for anything specific, but there are certain medications that I do have to take every day. And maybe that's you. And what's crazy is, even if it's not blood pressure medication, anything you take, that poor little liver has to work, even if it's a protein-intensive diet, if it's an aspirin, if it's a, ibuprofen, if it's a cold medication, an allergy medication, just the foods you eat. So you have to really think about, what are you doing to help your liver do its optimum best? And this is that perfect partner for you. Unconditional money-back guarantee until the end of January.
And just quickly,
yes,
on the large sizes of the Choco Nuvo, the large sizes here as well, the 2 largest sizes, 2 largest bundles, you're going to get a sample.
Yeah.
I made sunscreen for about 7 or 8 years, starting 25 years ago. Stopped making sunscreen. It was the best in the world, but it still didn't satisfy my standards. We went back to the drawing board about 5 years ago, and we haven't packaged our finished product yet, our full-size finished product, but I thought I'd make up some samples so everybody gets a little holiday gift.
I like that.
And it's a sample of our Soleil. It's the world's best sunscreen by far. Nothing even comes close. It goes on smoothly. It can even mix with any moisturizer, any foundation, anything you might use, because it's about 54% water. Most sunscreens are dozens of ingredients, including all sorts of nasty chemicals. This entire product, I think, is a dozen ingredients. And about 70+% of the formula is just water and zinc oxide. And zinc oxide is the only sunscreen you want to use. In a pinch, titanium dioxide, those chemical sunscreens, they should not be put on anyone's body. They shouldn't be put in our environment. They should just go away. And that's a whole other discussion we'll have another time. But I just thought I'd mention that. So you get to try that. I'm excited that you get to try it. Of course, the real interest in this product is in the summer, but we just had it done, so I thought I'd share.
For sure.
Exciting.
All right, we've got a lot to get to. Steve, I am curious, though, as we move along, most of the selection, I'm assuming, is in the bundle?
Yeah, we'll do
probably
a very brief revisit of this at the end of the second hour.
Perfect.
But also, this would have been entirely gone. So either product, if you want to try it, we still have it. And they're affordable. And frankly, this time of year, or any time of any year, we really need to give a little bit of attention
better believe it.
to our